Forget e-readers. For many Indians like Shemakalimal, there's no comparison to turning the pages of a hardback.
My dad says as a kid I would, when I didn't know how to read and write, I would take his big fat books and just feel like flipping.
She's not alone. While a technology boom has meant the closing of bookstores in many parts of the world, here in India, the market for books is thriving. The boom is evident in the more than 1.4 million people who will visit the annual New Delhi World Book Fair, where 1,100 exhibitors from India and around the world display their latest books. At the HarperCollins India stall, American bestsellers are stacked alongside the latest works by Indian authors. Meenakshi Thakur says the U.S. publisher will put out 160 books by Indians this year to keep up with the country's growing readership.
India's got the largest youth population, one of the largest now, and literacy is growing in India very fast, and that's proportionate to the readership growing in India, and that's why I think the book industry is growing. There are more people writing in English.
More writers catering to the millions of English speakers in India. Binny Kurian is with the National Book Trust India, the publishing house that organizes the book fair and was created decades ago to promote reading.
Even if you talk of the English-speaking population, which they say it's about 3%, but then when you put it into with a 1 billion over, the 3% works up to a huge market. Thousands and thousands of colleges, universities, they all make up something that you can sustain for generations.
Dozens of foreign publishers have set up shop in India to tap into a growing market that is shrinking elsewhere. Greg Taylor is with a South Korean company that wants to give Indian school children a new take on learning.
Teaching the concept of maths or science through the storybook, the editorial content as well as the combining with the illustration is something that's not available here yet.
His and other foreign companies here hope to leave the book fair with a deal that will give them entry into India's lucrative market. Nielsen Book, the U.S.-based information provider, began tracking book sales in India in 2010. The company found that in 2011, the volume of book sales grew by 45% during the first half of the year alone. And that figure is said to only account for just over a third of India's book market, since small, independent retailers, who often do not keep electronic records of their sales, sell many of the books in the country. Pande, VOA News, New Delhi.